Hey everybody, it's time for another camp video. This is going to be my Spaceship Mark V. You're looking at the nose of it right now. This is the fourth build of this camp. First two I started in a different location, then moved. I had some trouble with the foundations and a lake working properly, so I ended up moving to this location. It's near Twin Lakes, it's on Twin Lakes. A very popular location near Foundation. A lot of people have camps here. Hopefully I don't have too many troubles spawning into the world. But here we go. I'm going to give you a tour of this latest build. I think it's really cool how it turned out. Could be a little bit longer on the nose, but I wanted to actually add some stuff, but ran out of budget as usual. But it's got kind of a teardrop shape, so round in the back, pointed in the front. So the rear is a lot like my UFO build, at least this part. As you get around to the back of it, you'll notice some changes here and some blue flickering lights. So for the engines, I used the bug zappers. I think it gives a really cool look. Kind of reminds me of the engines on like the Millennium Falcon or the Starship from Stargate. But again, completely floating. No foundations other than one I'm coming up to right now. This one here. I don't need this foundation now. I can scrap it, but basically it marks the door. I was originally going to put the door on this section that I'm looking at and back further and have it right on the side of the ship across the crossbeam of, but changed my mind for practical and other purposes. It was actually kind of easier to put it where it is and actually works with the build better internally, but I'll show you that when I get inside. Not going in yet, I'll go underneath and give you guys a look at the pattern that this forms. So you have the star-like pattern that I had on the roof of the UFO build, and then going towards the nose you have the diamond shape. These V shapes at the back are the only way I could get floors to go inside the way I wanted them to. So there is a practical purpose for them. Jump back up on my rock here. So I'm going to jump up on the roof for a second, maybe. So the roof is flat. I wanted to do some shapes or bulges or something, but to do that, I would have had to put them in before this roof, and I don't have the budget anyway, so I chose not to. The only thing sticking out of the roof right now is the solar panel, which I got lucky on the daily ops and got, and that's actually powering something inside. So you can see foundation over there from the nose of the ship. I can hardly wait to get the greenhouse set so I can put glass in a lot of these builds. I want to have glass for the cockpit here, obviously. I'd like to put in some skylights, although that's going to be a little trickier because of the way these round roofs go in. I could do it. It's a lot of overlaying. I'd have to maybe do I can do it. Anyway, so you get an idea of the size and shape of it. I'm going to head towards the entrance. It's a really pretty spot. I know why people like it here, not to mention the water source. It's like I said, I don't need this foundation. I can scrap it because I'm not building here anymore. You only need a foundation if you're actually building. So I tried to make it look like the side of the ship folded kind of at a fulcrum in the middle point. So if you'll bear with me, right where it meets here would be a hinge, and it pivots on that, which would then fill in the gap. As for the side panel, we can assume it slides out from in behind this one, I guess. All right, I'm gonna head inside. Oops, my bad. There. So I went with white walls in here, but I put in the icicle lights, so these actually glow with a blue light in the dark. It makes the entrance really noticeable. Put the klaxon light up top. I went with this door. I have a lot of choices for doors, and none of them are good for a spaceship, so I went with this one. I'm gonna replace it eventually. I'm hoping something new comes out that suits better. I can do a quick pan of the room. I'm gonna start by going down here. You'll see I have my vending machines on either side of a wall with these counters and a horseshoe on each end of it. There's two over there too. There's a lot of dead space in this build because I just didn't have budget to fill it, so I was doing what I could to use the space and still be efficient with what I had. So we're gonna go down in here. So we have the weapon bench. I have my camp unit in there. Armor bench. Tinker's bench. Power armor station. Technically, this is powering the engines on the back of the ship, as well as that decon arch, and all four of the vending machines. And the pool table with the light over top. So I'm going to continue moving around. Here's the other two vending machines. So my chemistry room. I spent a little extra budget and time on my kitchen area. So I have a working stove in here, a sink, put in the lamp. These countertops are really cool for doing things you wouldn't expect. And I merged this beer barrel fridge in with the countertop, as well as the stove. And there's the door over there. The room next to the kitchen is just a brewing station. I don't even use these things. They just kind of have a spacey look, so I left them. This is the bedroom. It's very simple. And with the glow in the dark, I use different types of glow in the dark wallpaper for the top angle, just to give it a little extra change. Have the planetarium in here. So you can imagine at night you're laying in your bunk or hammock there, staring at the glow in the dark, or the glowy stars with the planetarium spinning around. This section ate up a lot of budget. That post in the middle is for the solar panels up top. Technically, it was originally powering all the bug zappers here. It doesn't need to be anymore, but since it's there, I left it. I've found a way to get the couch kind of merged in here, so it has a futuristic feel. Even though it's a plush leather couch, it still kind of fits in there. Have Dagura's console because it's very spaceship-like. You probably heard the choo-choo train going on. So this is kind of a cockpit and work area. We have the ammo converter. The only instrument that I could really put in here is the theremin, the cockpit. Don't know if having a weight bench this close to your flight controls is a good idea, so I may rearrange the furniture a bit. Train set in the back. Have a couple lights on the inside of the walls here to project light into the room. And yeah, that's it. That's the tour. I hope you guys liked it. I really like the results. I really wish I had more budget. It's the same complaint I have every single build. Even a little bit more, maybe a third. And I'd be able to like flesh this out. I'd have decorations on the counters and on the walls. But structure wise, it took a lot to build this and I really like how it turned out. I hope you guys feel the same way, but if you don't, you're entitled to an opinion as much as I am. So leave a like if you like, leave comments if you don't like, or if you like. Tell me how you feel about this build. Is there anything that you really like versus things you really dislike? Opinions, suggestions, all that sort of stuff. So until next time, thanks for watching.